Hey guys, and welcome back to Utility Sports. We have some breaking news. Darvish has been dealt to the San Diego Padres along with his catcher. And in return, the Cubs are getting Zach Davies and a couple of prospects at this point. We know that they are the 11th, 13th, 15th, and 16th best prospects in the organization for the Padres. And kind of looking at this holistically, they get some quality prospects in this. Obviously, in the 11 to 16 range, you get four of those prospects. But ideally, Chicago would have liked to have netted a top 10 prospect, at least in this. Obviously, you would have liked to see for sure, a top eight prospect. But at this point, that is the deal. Zach Davies is a nice, pretty young starting pitcher at this point in his career. He's only 27 years old. He had a really nice season last year, 2.73 ERA in that shortened season. However, last in the prior year, 2019, I think he had like a 3.55 ERA. So, I mean, decent return for Chicago, but obviously you would have liked to have seen more if you are a Chicago fan, considering how well Darvish pitched last season. And going back to the Padres side of it, huge splash. Obviously, you have Darvish, you acquired Blake Snell, you have Chris Paddock, you have Mike Clevenger, a lot of really nice quality arms in that rotation. So at this point, the Padres are going all in. Obviously, they're kind of tearing apart their farm system, but for the betterment of their franchise. At this point, when you're getting close to contention, you have to go full send, right? So last year we saw that obviously with acquiring Mike Clevenger. I think they're going to be close this year. I think they are, very much in the contention of the World Series. A couple of teams in that NL are going to be very, very tough, obviously, with the Dodgers and Braves still being around. A lot of quality teams in the NL, but at this point, you have to feel really, really good if you are a Padres fan from what they've been able to do. They've been ultra aggressive. They've been willing to go after the big names on the trade market, and they've made things happen. Obviously, they also signed Kim today. So he came from the KBO. He's going to actually play second base for them. So a lot of really nice things here for the Padres and for the Cubs. Little disappointing in the return, but obviously you get Zach Davies back. He's going to be a quality starting pitcher. And if you decide later to move on from him, he could net, possibly a top 20 prospect, in my opinion. But overall, I mean, they got a nice mix of the prospects. I would have liked to have seen a little higher end ones, but at this point, you can't be super, super mad with the return that you get with some of these young prospects. Obviously, the franchise decided to cut some corners, cut some costs, and I guess I do get that from the Cubs' perspective. But they are a pretty lucrative franchise in terms of the money that they are generating in revenue. So a little questionable on my part, but I do understand, I guess, the move. They're trying to go in a different direction. But for me personally, Darvish is a big piece for that team. However, really interesting trade for both sides. I really do like the San Diego Padres in this deal. I think it's a phenomenal decision by the Padres to go after Darvish and really, compete with the big boys in the NL. So ultimately, that's what I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like on the video if you did enjoy the content that you've seen today. Also, subscribe. It's really important that you subscribe and stay up to date with our MLB content. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video.